Morning, top of the morning, family. Go ahead and put your preferred morning greeting in the chat. Grand Rising, how we feeling? How we feeling, y'all? We know in the chat how we doing this morning. And real quick, to everybody that celebrate, happy Memorial to you and yours. Happy Memorial Day to everybody who celebrate the holiday. Good morning. Good morning.
What?
Let's get up, y'all. Let's get to it. How we feeling? Let me know in the chat. 1 through 10. How's your mindset this morning? How we feeling this morning? 1 through 10. Let me know how we feeling. Last week we touched on adversity. As you know, we like to break down the ABCs. ABCs being adversity, belief, and choice. We went heavy on adversity last week. This week we're going to be touching on belief. Belief is powerful, y'all. Belief is very, very powerful. What you believe ultimately control what you become, what you do, who you are. Somebody drop belief in the chat for me as we go ahead and get started with this morning mindset. And before we hop into it, while family's still climbing in the room, I'm going to go ahead and read. Yes, read. I'm going to read one sentence for you all from this book called The Prosperity Bible. And the sentence I'm going to read is out of the power of concentration. It says, don't waste your mental powers and wishes. Don't dissipate your energies by trying to satisfy every whim. Concentrate on doing something really worthwhile. The man who sticks to something is not the man who fails. That goes for both men and women. Let me see in the chat, y'all. 1 through 10. How we feeling this morning? 1 through 10. You know in the chat. You know in the chat. How we feeling is important. How we waking up is important. Believe, believe, believe. Okay, then. Y'all see it. My chat wasn't active. My fault. I see y'all. So, again, last week we talked about the A. Put ABC in the chat. I really want to lock in this concept of the ABCs. This is something that's ongoing, and this is not a motivational call. It is a mindset call, and this is a movement. So this is a mindset movement. And because it's a movement, this is why I want to connect last week with this week's, right? So we have something to continue to build upon. Just like every single Monday we show up, we got something to look forward to, right? And I told you guys before, I made it a standard. I made it a standard to pull up, show up every single Monday morning. It don't matter how I feel. It don't matter how I'm looking. It don't matter where I'm at. It don't matter what I'm doing, right? I'm going to dedicate myself to this platform, to you guys that show up. And I want to go ahead and point to you guys as best as I possibly can. And I want to do that on a consistent basis, because anything that's concentrated, anything that's consistent, it'll never fail, right? It can only prevail. And everything that's consistent and everything that we spend concentrated time and effort on, we can only get better at it. So as a unit, I want us to continue to grow, continue to get better. Somebody put better in the chat, y'all. We can always get better. There's always room for growth. Always room for growth. So last week we talked about adversity. We said that your comfort zone is adversarial. It looks safe, but it's a trap, right? It give you a challenge. What you believe about where you are can dictate the determination. It can determine the outcome of what actually is, right? Because see, everything that happened to us, it's just a thought. Somebody once told me, he said, life is 10% of how you respond. 10% of what, he said, life is 10% of what happened to you, 90% of how you respond to what happened to you, right? Somebody bump into you, it's 10%. Step on your feet, curse you out, and all that 10%. 90% of how you respond to that, right? Somebody could bump into me, I can keep walking. Maybe he didn't see me. It really didn't bother me. Or I could believe that this man just disrespected me, right? See, disbelief, like disrespect is it the eye of the beholder. Like, we don't have to buy into society and what society make you believe is disrespect or anything else for that matter, right? Why do I assume that this man disrespected me if he just absolutely accidentally bumped into me. It's a mindset issue. It's the way that we were wired, y'all. It was the way that we were wired. So we had to be mindful of those things like moving forward, because he bumped me. It could have been a complete accident. I could have been having a bad day. I could have responded negatively in the way in which I was brought up, in the way in which I was socialized. I could have got violent. That small bit of violence could have cost me potential prison time, jail time, my life, right? He could have whooped me. He could have killed me. Any of those things, simply because of a bump. And that's just the way that we should go about looking at life. Things that happen, it may not always be what they appear to be. But ultimately, more importantly, though, the way that we respond to the things that happen is more important than the things that actually happen. Because although they say seeing is believing, 9 times out of 10, the things that we see is not really the way that they appear to be. If you got to put God in the chat. You got to put God in the chat. And after we talked about comfort zone, and I encouraged us to get out of our shell, to go ahead and do something different. How many of us, after that call, after we got off the call, we went right back into our bubble, right? I had some people that was on the call that shared that, like, that's me. That's kind of like what I do. I really don't feel comfortable in certain situations. How many of us actually stepped outside of our comfort zone? We went and did something different than we normally do. We went and had a conversation that we wouldn't typically have, right? Who did that? If you did that, put me in the chat. Put me in the chat. I want to know who making progress. I want to know who making changes, y'all. Put a 2 if you slid back in, though. And we love honesty here. It ain't no judgment, right? We keep it real with each other. It's a safe room. And I want everybody to be honest here, because there's only growth in honesty and uncomfortability, right? I'm uncomfortable telling my family that, hey, man, I kind of like slid back. I didn't take action this week, right? We don't want to admit those type of things. But guess what, y'all? If you don't admit those things, you can't hide from it, because you can't lie to you. You know what you did, right? So you can give yourself grace all that you want to. You can tell yourself like, oh, that was okay. It wasn't that bad. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. But you can keep lying to yourself. But if you sharing this information with your family and we begin to see, oh, everybody else is just like me. We experience the same type of struggles, right? We go through the same hardships. We have the same type of triumphs. So when I see you win, I know I can win. If I see you sliding, I can potentially help you if I'm doing better in a particular situation, right? We're only strong as the people that we keep around us. That's why they say the chain is only as strong as its weakest link. But I'm going to go ahead and get into this morning mindset video, y'all. I want y'all to pay attention to this video, and I'm going to ask a couple of y'all to go ahead and give your input, your insights on what you see. Let me go ahead and share my screen with y'all, family. Share my screen.
Any better feeling than being locked in?
No.
I'm gonna tell them motherfuckers out here that we're here to fucking win. This is my fucking time!
You gotta want it, you gotta work it, then you gotta win it. Now, how bad do you want it? Because if you want it bad enough, you're gonna work it. If you do those two, you're gonna win.
I need to lock in. I gotta get good at this shit.
If you want it, it's out there for you. You can go ahead and take it. But it's like you have to be a workhorse to want to do this.
You are aware that how much you need to lock in, though?
Oh, I'm locked in right now, though.
There's only one thing I dread, not to be worthy of my sufferings.
It's how you handle your sufferings. When you're going through something really challenging, how do you show up within it? Do you choose to become a victim of complaining and misery, or do you find meaning in how you show up in the suffering?
If you want what you're chasing, then you'll put the effort into that. It's just called discipline, guys. How bad do you want it?
Get back to fucking work. It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Cut out all the fucking noise. Get back to the fucking mental lab.
That's on me. I have to own that moment. I got to prove to myself I can overcome this, because now everybody else is doubting me, but I can't doubt myself.
Whatever I'm afraid to do, I do it. Anything I'm afraid.
That resonate with somebody? Did that resonate with somebody? Did you hear yourself one of those in one of those speeches? Anybody hear themselves? He said, absolutely. He came off the mic. He ready to share. Go ahead, man. I'm not going to hold you back. Go ahead and dive into it. When you dive into it, if anybody else needs to see the video one more time, y'all can put one more time in the chat and I will replay it for us. But go ahead, man. What resonated with you?
Just being locked in, bro. You know, wishing for something and striving for something are two completely different things. Anything can be accomplished, all goals can be reached, but it'll never happen if all we just do is think about it or hope for it or wish for it. Wishful thinking alone will never work. We got to stay locked in. We got to stay locked in. We got to sacrifice. We got to study. It's just like a person who wants to become a champion, right? They say, okay, one day I want to be a champion. I want to win a Super Bowl. Or I want to win an NBA championship. The thought alone does nothing. But getting up, training, working, sacrificing, eating right, all of that, day in and day out, that's what makes you a champion. That's how you win. That's how you stay locked in, by doing the same thing consistently every single day until you accomplish your goal.
No, that's good. That's good, man. That's good. I'm glad you used that analogy too, like of a championship, right? Like a championship, right? Like this was one saying that says like, man, I might have lost the battle, but I'm gonna win this war, right? Like it's war. We at war. We at war every single day. Like we at war in our life. So if we lose a small battle along the way, that doesn't end the war. And that's the same concept of like when we looking forward to this championship, right? When we've set our mind to winning a championship, that means we gotta win a few games along the way. I mean, we might lose a few games along the way, right? But just because we might lose a game or two, we don't never lose sight of what the main goal is. Like I want the ring, right? I want that chip, y'all. You gotta keep going. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I'm gonna go ahead. I've seen a couple of people say run it back, and I know we had somebody just join, so I'm gonna go ahead and run the video back one more time. But that was so good, man. I appreciate you sharing that. Let me go ahead and reshare my screen so we can see this one more time. See this one more time, y'all.
Is there any better feeling than being locked in?
No.
I'm gonna tell them motherfuckers out here that we're here to fucking win. This is my fucking time!
You gotta want it, you gotta work it, then you gotta win it. Now, how bad do you want it? Because if you want it bad enough, you go work it. If you do those two, you're gonna win.
I need to lock in. I gotta get good at this shit.
If you want it, it's out there for you. You can go ahead and take it. But it's like you have to be a workhorse to want to do this.
You are aware that how much you need to lock in, though.
Oh, I'm locked in right now, though.
There's only one thing I dread, not to be worthy of my sufferings.
It's how you handle your sufferings. When you're going through something really challenging, how do you show up within it? Do you choose to become a victim in misery, or do you find meaning in how you show up in the suffering?
If you want what you're chasing, then you'll put the effort into that. It's just called discipline, guys. How bad do you want it?
Get back to fucking work. It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Cut out all the fucking noise. Get back to the fucking mental lab.
That's on me. I have to own that moment. I got to prove to myself I can overcome this, because now everybody else is doubting me, but I can't doubt myself.
Myself, what happened when you doubt yourself, right? You hear what he said? He said, it's on me. It's on me. It is on me. Too many people in the world, they put it on other people. Man, I could have did this, man. Only if such and such would have never said this or did that. I was almost there, but you know what, man? What's the name? I just can't. It's on you, right? It's on you. We can't put that on nobody else. That's crazy work. If you really think about what's going on when you saying things like that, when you accepting stuff like that for yourself, first of all, you disempowering yourself. You saying, look, I don't have it within me. I don't have it within me. Second of all, you giving power to everybody else around you, right? They control what my outcome was simply by doing a task or not performing a task, right? Back to the championship analogy. When it's time to win that championship, I'm not going to say, well, we could have won, but such and such got injured or such and such missed too many shots. Like, it's on us collectively as a team, but I got to do my part. And my part is on me. I can't put my part on anybody else. Ariel, I see you. Me not see you. It's on me. When you doubt yourself, you set yourself up for failure. Wanda, that is correct. That is absolutely correct. I see you got your hand up, Dominique. You want to go ahead and share what you got from this video? Let us know real quick how you feeling about what we just watched.
Foremost, rich rising to everyone. And if you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, today's the right side to be on the right side. Feel me? You feel me? I felt this 100% because over the weekend I've been going through my little waves or whatever the case may be. Life is lifing. But yesterday I had to go to work, right? Overnight. It was either choose work, go to overnight, work for these people, get this little bit of money because they give us bits and pieces, whatever they want us to give, and or work on my product, change a few things that I know need to be changed, and make myself better versus showing up for them and making sure I show up on time and do my job for them. I stayed home and I worked for myself. I worked on my books. I worked on the things that need to be changed that I knew that need to be changed because over the weekend, as I said, I went through a hump. But I'm doing it because I know it's going to make me better, and I need to be back proactive because when I was proactive, I seen the difference. So when I drop back down, I'm like, damn, that's not where I want to be. So what I'm doing, I'm holding myself accountable again, being more consistent again. But yesterday I made a choice. It was either go to work for them people for the little bit of change, or do what I need to do to improve myself. And I chose myself. And a lot of things that I realized, we rather work hard for somebody else, but not choose ourselves if we know we have a goal. Have that same goal that we have for that same job.
That's fire.
Fire.
Hey, you know what's crazy? You just hit on every single point of what we do every single Monday, right? When we talk about the ABC, somebody put ABCs in the chat. When we talk about the ABC, we talk about adversity, belief, and choice. You literally just broke down every single component. First, you started with the adversity, how you was feeling, the things that you had to overcome, and then you believed that wasn't for you. You had to do better. You wanted something better, and then you ended with the choice. You made a choice, right? You chose different. That's crazy how you just touched on every single point, but that's powerful because, like, how many of us would just lay down? How many of us would give ourselves grace and say, you know what? Today I'm really not feeling it. Right? Like today I don't, and that's why it's so important for us to have accountability partners. Because we'll trick ourselves out of the game. Like our belief system, like if we believe like it's okay, like I believe I could accept that. Like we don't have to accept that. You have a choice. Right. And then once we grow and we start getting deeper, we're gonna add a D to the equation, and that D is gonna be for the decision. Because when we start making decisions, what that means is that we cut everything off. Like there's no other option. Like we burn the bridge, right? We here now. We burn the boat. We burn the boat. We on that island. We're not going back. There's no way that we're gonna go back. But before we make the decision, we gotta make the right choices, y'all. Right? We gotta overcome that adversity through our beliefs. Through our beliefs. The things that you believe can either harm you or help you. It's really that simple. It can either harm you or help you. Oftentimes, a lot of the things that we believe in are the things that we grew up seeing around us, the way that we were socialized, because unfortunately, our subconscious mind is greater than our conscious mind, right? And our subconscious mind was being oppressed upon us before we can even control our own mind. Some of us still today can't even control our own mind, right? Before they say by the age of 7, we already have all of these thoughts, all of these ideas. We got all of these things that we believe in that we don't even know what they are. They don't even exist. Like when we was in the womb, we start being conditioning. And as a baby, as a kid, as a child, going through certain stores, through markets, or whatever the case may be, if we grew up in poverty and mom was saying, "Look, you can't have that," or put that back, right? And we develop this mindset of lack. We got this poverty mindset. We carry that through life without even knowing, without even realizing where this stuff came from. Right? Why do I feel like I can't have that? Why do I feel like I can't do this? Because you felt like that as a child, whether you was directly told that or not. You know what I'm saying? And the interesting thing about a child is the child is like a sponge, y'all. They absorb every single thing that they see. You think about it. If you got kids, put a one in the chat. If you got kids, if you got a responsibility for the young ones, I want you to recall when you was a kid. Remember how excited you were, how energetic you were, how open-minded you were, how impressionable you were. Don't forget that. Don't lose that upon your kids, because we want them to be the way that we want them to be, right? So we think that they're going to adopt the things that we learned, the lessons that we learned, and it does just not work like that. It don't work like that, y'all. Because when you got a kid, that kid sometimes is to your hip. Wherever you go, you in a shopping center, you at a building, wherever you are, that kid is with you, right? And what you see is different than what your child see, right? It's impossible to protect the child from everything that they see or everything that they experience. Because while you're shopping and you're trying to get from point A to point B and you just rushing through the store, the kid don't understand what you're doing. The kid is hearing conversations that you don't hear. You're on aisle 3, somebody on aisle 5 cussing out their wife. The kid hearing that, picking up on that, right? You may not have heard that. So we got to be mindful of the things that shape us, y'all. And then they say it takes a village, which is why I love that kid analogy. They say it takes a village to raise a child, right? But for all of us who are on this call, when did that child ever die? That child being you. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to the inner child in you, right? Who can identify with the fact that that inner child still live with you? It's still inside of you. Everything that you experience, everything that you ever do, everything that you ever felt came from your being from youth to adolescent until adulthood, right? We're grown now. We grown now. We let us stand on that. I'm a grown ass man. I'm a grown ass woman, right? But the reality is that there's an inner child in you that may have been neglected, that may not have been fulfilled. And those things, they hinder you. They hinder some of the decisions that you make, some of the beliefs that we have. That's why we have to challenge our beliefs, y'all. We have to challenge our beliefs. See, we understand that it's important for us to be in rooms, to be in circles around people that are growing, that are like-minded, that are loving on each other, right? We know that. We understand that. Why? Guess why? Because that child never died. If it took a village to raise a child when you was a child, and that child in you had never died, when do we have to get rid of the village? Right? We never lose the village. We never not need the village. We need that. Like, we're social beings. We need each other. So we got to get out of that belief system of I can do everything alone, right? I can do it by myself. I got this by myself. Because those things that hinder us. Anybody else who want to speak up on what they saw in the video, what they took from the video, or how your belief system affects you? Because the reality is this, y'all. The ceiling that you accept becomes the floor that you're stuck on. The ceiling that you accept becomes the floor that you remain stuck on. Right? There's always a higher height. There's always a higher height. I had this idea and I built a course around it. And the course was called Back to Basics. And the concept of the courses is that everything that we had learned as a child was everything that we needed to succeed in adulthood, right? Everything that we learned, everything that we did, everything that we experienced in our childhood was everything that we ever needed for us to be good adults, right? And that's a fact. Like, all those games we played as a kid, duck, goose, hide and go seek, tag, freeze, like that built resilience, right? That had us thinking, that had us channeling, that had us trying to be triumphant, that had us wanting to be better. All of those things shaped us, right? All of those things made us who we are today. I promise you, I'm telling you, we never forget those things. Some of us are still affected by something that we did as a child. I remember such and such pushed me down, right? Whoa, man, right? Like if we was in high school and we ran into somebody that we knew in high school, we never considered the growth that they made into their adulthood. We only consider the growth that we made. Like, I'm different now. Right? So when we see that person, we still got the same idea about that person, right? I can't stand this dude. I can't stand her. She get on my, they ain't even the same person. Belief ain't just for you, it's for everything that's around you, right? Be careful about what you allow yourself to believe. Because one thing about a victim, if you're a victim, you got to stay a victim. And that's period. That's period. Because ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't nobody coming to rescue you. Don't nobody want to sit up under that. You got to get out of that victim mindset, right? If you sit around believing that, oh man, I didn't deserve this. I didn't deserve what? Who get to decide, right? Make your choice, then you decide. This is the life for me, right? I said we always true to our inner child. Facts. Village support system is always needed. Facts. The ceiling is what you said. Nah, for sure. And again, y'all, for anybody that celebrate this Memorial Day, happy holiday to you. And if anybody lost loved ones that served for us, my best be to you. May your day be great. May you go out this day triumphant. May you enjoy the day. May you enjoy the fruits of your labor. May you enjoy your family. May you enjoy your family. Because we don't all have that, right? We don't always have that. And one of the things I want to remind you guys of, what I always like to say is that when you wake up in the morning, you're blessed. You're blessed to live to see another day. This day is unique. It's not like no other. We never had it before. We'll never have it again. So there's as much opportunity as you can muster inside of the day. But be mindful that not everybody else made it, y'all. Not everybody else made it. So while we take life for granted for ourselves, remember, we all hear this and we all know that tomorrow is not promised. But while we take life for granted for ourselves, some of us take life for granted for everybody else, y'all. So just because we wake up, we assume that everybody that we knew, that everybody in our circle, that everybody that we cared for, they woke up too. So if you're at home and you wake up next to a partner, take a second to look to the side and make sure that your partner is still breathing. You got somebody that you love, somebody that you look forward to talking to daily, make sure that they woke up as well, right? Pour into yourself. Change your belief system. Challenge your belief system. Do that on a consistent basis. Do it every single day. Every single day. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Question what you believe. Why do I feel that way? Why do I believe that? Is this actually true? Right? Because a lot of people in life are having identity crisis, y'all. Don't know who they are. Don't know who they are. Somebody said you was ugly as a kid. You grew up feeling like you was ugly. You wasn't good enough. Right? And a part of us believe those things. A part of us refrain. Right? We got that ceiling up there. That's the floor that we stand on. Like, I can never be that. I can never be great. And we walk around being a fraction of ourselves, not maximizing our potential. But you got to max life out. Like Wallow said, you got to max life out every single day. Because again, yesterday ain't coming back and tomorrow ain't promised. Today, you got an opportunity to be the best you that you can be. And can't nobody be you but you. So you need to be the best you that you can be. And I need everybody to believe that. If you don't believe nothing else, I need you to believe that. And belief is a daily practice. It's not a one-time moment. You don't get to just say, you know what, I'm going to change my mind and now I believe this way. Nah, it's every single day. It's conditioning, right? That's why mindset is better than motivation, because we can feel good while we're on the call. We can watch a video and we can be like, I get it. I resonate with that, right? And as soon as we go and we hit the world and the world start beating you down, what happens to that belief system? What happened to what you thought, right? Some people going to tuck their head back in that shell. They're going to tuck their tail. Oh, no, hell no, I ain't ready for that, right? I thought I was. No, this ain't it. This ain't that, right? And that's why we got to challenge that comfort zone, y'all. Get out of our comfort zone. There's no growth in comfort. Remember that. Anytime we feel uncomfortable, we should be good about the fact that we have opportunity to grow. Anytime we feeling uncomfortable, feel good about the fact that whatever that situation is, you have an opportunity to grow. I don't care what it is. What it is. It's simple conversation with a coworker, with a friend, with a family member, whatever it is. If it's uncomfortable, you have an opportunity to grow there. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. Wanda said, mind over matter. Zach, I see you. I see you, my guy. I see you. You can't pursue what you don't believe is for you. You cannot pursue that, right? So I say, if it's for me, it's to be. And can't nobody tell me that it ain't, right? And for you, you got to believe that if it's for you, then it's true. Because God gave you that. God gave you that right. And the one thing God ain't gonna never do is lie to you. So if you feel like it's for you, then it gotta be true. It gotta be true. We would never believe anything. We would never believe anything that we can't obtain, that it's impossible for us to obtain. Our mind won't allow us to do it. Our mind is that powerful, y'all. Our mind is that powerful. If you know it's impossible, your mind won't allow you to accept that to be for you. It just won't happen. So if you can believe it, you can see it, you can seize it. If you think it, you can have it. If you want it, you can have it. Like it's yours. You can manifest whatever it is, right? Right. And I always say this: you can't say the moon belong to me. I want it in my backyard like tomorrow. Like that shit is impossible. We all know that, right? We never in our mind believe that. Like it just never ever worked. But if you can believe something that if you believe it strong enough, you say, look, man, I want to be a millionaire by the end of the year, right? I want to be a billionaire in the next 7 years. Those things are obtainable. If you really believe that, you can have that. You can have that. Because once you start really believing that and you lock in on that, guess what your body gonna do? Guess what your actions is gonna be? You're gonna start doing everything in alignment that's pushing you towards that. Because if you believe that, you ain't gonna let nobody deter you, right? And they're not gonna be able to knock you off your square. So what you're gonna do is every single day, you're gonna do the actions that it takes, the things that are necessary for you to go ahead and get there. And that is a fact, y'all. That is an absolute fact. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this phrase in the chat for y'all. And for those who wasn't here and you came just a little bit late, at the beginning of the call, I actually read for y'all. I actually read for y'all, right? And it was just a sentence, and I'll read it again. Don't waste your mental powers and wishes. Don't dissipate your energy by trying to satisfy every whim. Concentrate on doing something really worthwhile. The man who sticks to something is not the man who fails, nor is the woman. Stand on what you believe in. Stand on what you believe in. Lock in on that. Go after that. Go after that. Relentlessly.
Hey, Reem.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, bro.
Nah, say what's on your mind, brother.
Nah, I was just gonna go back to the championship analogy, right? Like everybody know this right now. It's the end of NBA playoffs, right? And like Reem is saying, like stand on what you believe in, chase your dream, right? So I don't believe that there's nobody in the NBA that's contesting for a championship right now who's ever won a championship before. But think about this. Most of these people who are there right now competing had this dream as a kid. So since they were little kids for years, after year, after year, after year, they've been striving for this goal. And now they get a chance to compete for a championship. And it's the same thing for us, right? We don't just get what we want just because we want it. It takes time and concentrated effort and consistent, persistent, relentless approach to chasing our dreams and making them come true, right? And that's the only way to do it. There's no other way. It takes effort, constant effort towards accomplishing what you want in order to make it happen. You know what I mean? Period.
Hey, listen, and to your point, who gonna challenge your effort? Like who gonna control your amount of effort that you put into what you want, right? That's the thing. That's the hard part. It's like, are you really putting in the effort? You may believe that you're moving the needle. You may believe that, but are you really putting in the effort, right? So that's the thing that we got to consider, y'all. Like, you is all on you. If you feel like it take this much effort, but it really take this much effort, and you only putting in this much effort, how could you win? How could you win? Right? Right? So we know it take effort. You can't say, oh man, I tried. I put in enough effort. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. There's no such thing as try either. You either do or you don't do. Period. Either you doing or you don't do. I need everybody to say to yourself, man, I need you to say it to yourself, and I want you to own this, man. If it's for me, it's to be. If it's for me, it's to be. Don't never forget that, y'all. Don't ever forget that. And I want you to take it a step further, right? Because life is bigger than me. That's what I love to say. That's what I love to remind myself. Life is much bigger than me. And I want you all to understand that life is much bigger than you too, right? Life is much bigger than you too. So if you have somebody in your life that you doubted, that you felt like they wasn't gonna make it in whatever endeavor that they had going on. Like if you felt like they couldn't do whatever it is that they sought out to do, like if you feel like they just didn't have it in them, like they were so far away from like what they was trying to do, like you just couldn't see it. You couldn't make the connection. Like, this dude would never be a surgeon, brain surgeon, whatever it was, right? I want you to call that person, tap into that person, man. Make a deposit to that person, right? We talked about deposit and withdrawals last week, right? Make a deposit to that person. Give them some motivation. Give them some encouragement. Help them sharpen that mindset, right? Be the blessing, man, because it's a blessing to be a blessing. And I want y'all to remember that you're only ever doing one or two things. You only ever making a deposit or you making a withdrawal. So go make your deposits today. The world is going to try to pull withdrawals from you all week. Don't let them. Don't let them. Protect your belief. And I'm going to see y'all next Monday morning at 6 a.m. Peace.
Wait, Reem, I had a question. I had my hand raised. I was being...
Okay, look. It was raised because it was raised. It was never him, but go ahead.
Listen, I was waiting for my turn. Everybody was talking. Okay. I was just waiting my turn. I was waiting my turn. My question is the credit bureaus open today?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I couldn't tell you that.
All right. So another thing is, if people need accountability partners, I'm willing to be one because I need someone to hold me accountable. So if you're looking for that support and you say you're going to do that, just know I'm going to be on your ass. But I need somebody to be on mine as well. So
Eric said he tried calling this morning. There was no response. They probably took the holiday. They probably off. Yeah, he might be off. My God, Aries, he be going crazy too, man. He a beast in the credit space as well. For those of y'all who don't know, Wanda gonna lock in with you. She gonna tap in with you. She said she'll be your accountability partner. And this is what I'm gonna tell you. This is what I'm gonna tell both of y'all. We ain't doing that fake accountability thing, right? We ain't doing none of that. I know both of y'all. Be the same way you saying you need.
No, I can't hear. Say it one more time, Reem. I can't hear.
I said we're not gonna do the fake accountability thing, right? I know both of y'all. So you saying you need somebody to hold you accountable, and you gonna hold people accountable. Like, let's just make sure that we actually doing that, right? When we be showing up, remember what you believe is what it is. But when you accept an accountability partner, you have more of a responsibility, not less, right? We have more of a responsibility, not less. So if you're not holding yourself accountable to begin with, and you need that, then it got to be an even exchange. Like, it's a mutual agreement, y'all. And y'all got to respect the agreement, regardless of whatever friendship, relationship there is or isn't. When we talk about becoming an accountability partner, set that tone, right? Have that real discussion of what that actually look like. So y'all got to get, like, if y'all tap in with each other, y'all got to get real with each other. Y'all got to have that conversation and say, hey, look, this is where I'm lacking at. These are my downfalls. These are my struggles, right? It take a lot for a person to be able to admit that. But you got to admit that. That's the first step to recovery in everything that you do. And everything you do is just getting rid of that denial, right? So when you have an accountability partner, the very first thing that y'all need to do is sit down and y'all need to be like, listen, I procrastinate, or I don't get the job done. I never finish what I start, wherever that look like. So your accountability partner can go ahead and see that in you when that's happening. Like, hey, look, I feel like you're starting to backslide. You know, you don't be getting things done. You know, you never finish nothing. Like, you're getting close to this finish line, right? Even if they don't see it or not. Look, we're getting close to the finish line. So what I'm going to need you to do is I'm going to need you to turn it up more. I'm going to need you to turn it up a little bit more, right? Make sure you get over that hump. Because, see, here's the thing. It could be dangerous for you to have an accountability partner. And this is a fact. You got to have the right accountability partner. This is a fact, y'all. This is a fact, y'all. One of the most important things that you can do is hold yourself accountable. But this is what I tell you. You got to be careful. You got to be extremely careful with how you view success, how you receive success, because some of us been struggling for so long that the moment we feel like we did something great, the moment we feel like we do something good, and we feel like that was a successor, for a lot of people, you know it or not, that can actually harm you. That can harm you, right? So I don't like to clap. Like on that first round of success, like I encourage, I motivate and stuff like that, because the brain will make you believe like I really did something, like I did it, I accomplished it, like I got it, right? And then you take your foot off the gas, and it might not be time for you to take your foot off the gas, right? And I'm talking to y'all specifically because y'all both are in Execute the Excellence Mentorship Program, and I really want y'all to do that. Like, I really want y'all to execute to y'all excellence on the highest degree. Like, double down. Like Ari said, you double down, right? Double down. Double down. Y'all both in the side of the same chat. Y'all talking about sending the number. Don't be putting your number in the chat, man. Do not be putting your number in the chat, because I'm not gonna be responsible for somebody crank calling you. Y'all in the same chat. Like, that's not what we doing. Get with each other after this call. Y'all are in the same group, right? Y'all in the same group. So Wanda said she'd be your partner if you accept Wanda as a call me. I don't have no money. I don't mind. Hey, but you got life. You gotta protect your life, right? That's more precious than money. More precious than money. A wise man once said, he said, look, it's good to have money and all the things that money can buy, but it's good to stop and look around every once in a while to ensure that you still have the things in your life that money can't buy, right? First of all, that's you. Then that's relationships, the people that are around you. Priceless. Priceless. Money ain't everything. Money ain't everything. All right.
Reem family, I just want to let you know, bro. I'm proud of you, dog. I'm proud of you, bro.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, man? I appreciate that. I received that 100%, man. I appreciate that 100%. Thank you for expressing that, bro. How you?
Man, I'm amazing over here, getting ready to hit the beach, dog.
Oh, is that right? Where time is it? Where you at?
Say that again.
What time is it? Where you at?
9:45. Yeah, 9:45. 3 hours ahead.
I mean, I gotta ask. I never know where you at from one day to
the next. Yeah. Come on, man. We're gonna stay busy. We're gonna stay active.
Yo, so I'm up.
Hey, for anybody in the chat who don't know, this my partner right here, man. This is my accountability partner.
Facts. This is absolutely one of my accountability partners, man, for sure, for sure. Mina said, let's get it. Mina said she want to be accountability partner as well. Mina one of them ones as well. She locked in. She stay tapped in as well, y'all. Yep. So go ahead and connect with your people. Connect with your people. Everybody that spoke this morning, you said some very, very powerful things. Neo, I like the concepts that you broke down, man. Gave us something to think about, something for us to chew on. That's going to be huge, man. And then I hope that we taking that with us throughout the day, like all day, not just for the day. And if it's nothing else, I'm going to go ahead and close. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to close on this quick 18-second video. It's a quick little 18-second video, y'all. I'm going to close.
Whatever I'm afraid to do, I do it. Anything I'm afraid of, I confront it. And that's my personality. Like right now, I'm scared to death. But as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality. And in reality, I'm invincible. Whatever I'm afraid to do, I do it. Anything I'm afraid of, I confront it. And that's my personality. Like right now, I'm scared to death. But as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality. And in reality, I'm invincible. Whatever I'm afraid to do, I do it. Anything I'm afraid of, I confront it. And that's my personality. Like right now, I'm scared to death. But as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality. And in reality, I'm invincible.
Y'all heard what he said. This is a man that knocked people out in the first round. The greatest of the greats. He was one of the greatest that ever do it. Right? That mentality. If you scared, if you fear, whatever it is, don't run from it. Lean to it. Head first. Go ahead and conquer it. And having said that, be invincible. That's the reality. You're invincible. You're indestructible, y'all. All right, family, I love y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. I hope that y'all have a blessed day. I hope that you celebrate with your family, spend time with your loved ones, man. Take it in. We only got one life to live. Don't ever forget that. Make today your best day because it's the only day we have at this time. Tomorrow ain't promised, and yesterday is gone. We can't get back what we lost yesterday, but we can make accomplishments. We can make strides today. Y'all go ahead and do that, y'all. Peace.